Welcome back here to Team Friday here on OCRFM and also streaming live on maxblakemedia.com. And on the line now, it is full forward week and we've got one of our best ones in the CDFL on the line. He won the goal kicking medal last year. He's known as Whopper, but we know him as Nick Harding from the Simpson Footy Club. Whopper, good afternoon, mate. Welcome on Team Friday.
Maxie, how are we?
Not too bad, mate. Big game tomorrow against South Colac, mate. Huge for the club. It hasn't been a great season so far, has it?
Nah, not too bad. It's a bit of a slow start by us boys, but yeah, we're starting to find a bit of form at the moment, and yeah, hopefully we can all still stick together and play a bit of finals this year.
It's a different side though, isn't it? I think everyone sort of feels, you've sort of reached that point where, you almost won a premiership and you lost a few good star players, but you've got a lot of good young kids in your side too, don't you?
Yeah, we've got a good bunch of young kids coming through and that, but, we lost a heap of handy players like Adam Courtney and Brad Salmon and my brother Aaron and that,
Yep.
and they've played, nearly 100 senior games, and Irish has played over 100. But you lose them, and it's going to take a while to rebuild and get back up there.
How is your brother going, mate? He's playing up at in the South Australian League or somewhere, isn't he?
Yeah, he's up there at the moment, playing up there, and yeah, he's going not too bad. Haven't been up to watch him yet, but yeah, hopefully get up there and have a watch before the year's out.
Now, we talk about your form, mate. Really enjoyed what you produced last year. You sort of, you kicked the bags of goals against the lower sides, but last year you started kicking the goals against the good sides as well, and in particular against South Colac as well. I think you kicked 7 last time you were at Eliminate last year. So, what was the turning point in your season last year, mate?
Yeah, I suppose just, the more games I got under my belt, the better I got, sort of thing, and that. But yeah, that was probably me thing I wanted to change was, stop kicking bags of goals against the weaker sides and actually, string a good performance against the stronger sides as well.
Yep. And you did that beautifully against South Colac. It just seems to me as well, mate, you got a bigger frame, you look, a bit stronger. You seem to be able to use your body a lot better as well, mate. Even if you can't take the mark, you seem to be able to outbody them and pick up the footy and, kick it off a snap goal or something like that as well. Is that something you've been really working on your game as well?
Yeah, I've sort of always been able to, pick the ball up well off the ground and that, but I suppose I've just done doing a pre-season, a full pre-season, it's really helped as well. You sort of, when I wasn't that keen on pre-season and that, you didn't really want to, chase and all that, but you get a pre-season under your belt and that, and you want to, it does help.
Yep. Exactly right, mate. Just no one likes pre-season, do they?
No.
You're a fool if you say you do, don't you?
Yeah.
Mate, as we said, a lot of young kids at Simpson this year, mate. Who's a couple that have really surprised you through the ranks?
Yeah, Brock Neal, he's been able to, perform each week, which is good, and Chester Gardner, he's another one, and they're only 18, and Chester's, I think, he's only 16, 17, so they've got a bright future ahead of them, so they do.
Cody Mason as well played on the weekend as well, so another young kid in the ranks as well.
Yep, no, Cody, for a small bloke, he goes very well, so he does. He's going to be a good player as well.
Now, mate, you played for the CDFL in the Interleague, mate, in Warrnambool. You took a couple of great grabs, but you just couldn't nail a goal, mate. What was going on?
Yeah, I'm not too sure what was going on there. It's been me trouble all year. Haven't been able to kick that straight. But if the first one hadn't went through, it might have been a different story. I don't know. But it was still a good day and enjoyed myself, which was good, and we got the win. So
we interviewed Tim Pekin on the Friday afterward, mate, and he was talking about the bus trip home, and there was a few people. Well, he said that there was a couple that were really outspoken that really wanted the bus to end up in Simpson. I'm guessing that might have been you that wanted to go to Simpson.
Yeah, they had a party down there, and I thought, well, we all might as well go down there for a look, but didn't end up happening, which was probably a good thing.
How did you go with them? Like playing with, you sort of hang out with the Simpson boys. You get, in your comfort zone. Were you out of your comfort zone a little bit? With these players you're probably not familiar about.
Yeah, the first training and that was, and I suppose them being a fair bit older as well, and you sort of sit back in your shell and that, but they all got around you and had a good time, and not one of them didn't talk to you or anything like that. It was a good bunch of blokes. It was real good.
Yeah, it seems like that, I guess, even on the Facebook pages and all that, you see Sean Calzadillo talking to your coach, Jace Cartwright, who was the runner on the day and all this sort of stuff. So it was a real good gel, wasn't it? It's the basis of what I've seen outside the team as well.
It was. There's, you got Adam Harris and that, and Stewie Sutherland and all them sort of blokes, and they all got around and had a chat, and, it was good, like Stevie Sargent and Luke Phillips and that, it was just a real good bunch of blokes, I'd do it again tomorrow.
Yeah. What about Stevie Sargent in your own team? It was, I guess, all right not having him playing on you?
Yeah, no, it was, actually. I reckon he's, probably the best fullback in the comp, I reckon, and it was good not having him on me, but in saying that, he played very well on the day, and he's a good bloke.
I was just about to ask you that next question, mate. Who is the toughest opponent to play against or kick goals against in the CDFL? I know Stephen Sargent is regarded as the best fullback, but is there anyone else that you really have a good battle against? You look at the fixture and go, all right, this is going to be a pretty tough one for me today?
Probably he's from Beer as well. Probably Luke Phillips, I reckon. He's a real smart player, and he's another one that I don't like playing on. But probably Luke Phillips, I reckon.
Yeah, is it tough to be a full forward these days, Whopper? Or is it a lot of pressure on you to kick goals, isn't it? Like I guess that's your job a bit, and you got to kick the goals to try to help your side out. Do you see the pressure? Do you feel the pressure sometimes when your side desperately does need to kick a goal and you've got the footy 45 metres out and you have 3 or 4 goals down? Does the pressure really get to you?
Oh, it does a little bit. It's more when you're missing the ones that are 30 metres out, 25 metres out. That really hurt, because they've got to be goals, I reckon. But there's a lot more people up forward in our team that can kick goals. Yeah. So, there's a little bit of pressure, but not too much.
Well, because we see with goal kicking, mate, you see a lot of full forwards in the AFL and they miss those easy goals, 40, 30 metres out. What do you do to help your goal kicker, mate? Do you before training? I know normally with football training you have a few set shots for goals before training. What do you do? Do you actually, work an extra 10, 15 minutes on your goal kicking?
Yeah, I have after training on a Thursday night, and that, you sit out there and kick the ball, have shots on goal and that. But I reckon it's more in the head. I reckon. Once that first one goes through, I think you're pretty right. I reckon it's just pick something out behind the goals and sort of try and hit it up. But that hasn't seemed to work for me this year.
You did it right. I remember that goal you kicked at the Western Eagles footy ground. We covered the game. You were about 70 metres out. You just launched it.
Yeah, it came off all right, that one, but it was probably lucky it was a bit windy, otherwise I don't reckon it would have went through. Are
you pretty confident outside 50, mate?
Oh, yeah, at the moment my confidence is down a little bit, but I reckon, if I'm in range I'll have a shot, and the teammates know that. They reckon, like they always say, if you think you can kick it, go back and have a shot, So, I'll have a shot outside 50, but, I'm not saying it's going to go through.
Is there any players in the AFL at the moment, or even past players that you sort of mould your game around, mate? Is there a full forward that you're sort of live watching and you go, gee, wish I could play like that player?
Yeah, probably Nick Rewald, I reckon. He's real good. I like watching Nick play. But I don't have the tank like he does to run up and down the ground like he does. And probably Jonathan Brown, I reckon. He's another one I like watching. Do you ever watch any highlights of like Matthew Lloyd back in the days, or Jason Dunstall or Tony Lockett? These great full forwards. Have you seen any footage of these players? No, I haven't really. I haven't watched any of them. I've watched a bit of that Biff Bumps and Brawls and Tony Lockett on there a bit.
Yeah.
other than that, I haven't really watched. Gone back and watched them.
Some great full forwards in those days, Whopper, but some good ones at the moment, mate. Big game tomorrow against South Colac. What's the go? Why can't Simpson defeat South Colac, mate? It's been a couple of years. You've been sort of level peckings with them, up the top of the ladder, and then at the moment, just now at the bottom half of the ladder as well. But you just, you play your great football against them, but you just never been able to get over the line against them.
Yeah, I reckon, there's been a few games there where we've sort of, it's got a bit to do with the coaches, I reckon, like just being out-coached, just probably a little bit like that, and there's a bit of rivalry there between, like Zach Hammond and Dan Roberts and Irish and them being cousins and that, but, other than that, I think it's just, bit of pressure there, just out-coached and that, I reckon.
It's a big game tomorrow, mate, because if you guys win, you're back 4-5, and you sort of basically knock South Colac out of that finals race as well. You did get beaten pretty heavily against Apollo Bay on Saturday. I know that Simpson hate losing at their home ground, but a really important game for you tomorrow, so you must be up and about this week at training.
Yeah, got to be up and about, Apollo Bay knocked the stuffing out of us a little bit, but, there's only one way to solve that, and that's to bounce back against South and get them 4 points.
You've played against the Colac Imperials and against Lorne, the two top sides of the competition. Who do you reckon was the better side when you played them?
Yeah, I reckon Colac Imps were the better side. But in saying that, Lorne didn't really get a roll on against us, and they didn't play that good a footy as good as what I think they can. So.
Yep.
Yeah, I reckon it's out of them two, I reckon. I reckon Imps have got it over them just a little bit.
Unless you guys can make a massive charge, Whopper. Mate, thanks for joining us this afternoon on Team Friday. Love chatting with you. Best of luck tomorrow. We'll be covering the game live on Colac Local Footy FM. We expect a bag of goals, mate.
No worries, Maxie. I'll catch you later.
That was Nick Harding from the Simpson Football Club. This is Team Friday here on OCR FM and also streaming live on maxblakemedia.com.